Hello, hello, hello? Hello? Hello, everybody. I'm back, once again, with some tornado coverage for this tornado watch that has just been issued. Currently, we do have a tornado watch currently in effect for Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and parts of Tennessee. This is going to be in effect until, it says it right here, 11 p.m. local time. 11 p.m. local time. That's Central Time. But also, some places are in Eastern Time, so that would be 12 a.m. So 11 p.m. to 12 a.m. is when this tornado watch is in effect. Currently, we have 3 tornado warnings now. Well, originally we had 2, but we just got this new tornado warning near Shady Grove, Tennessee, right along Interstate 24 here. And we do have lots of tornado warnings currently active, but I don't think that's going to be it. I definitely don't think so. This seems like it's going to be a pretty intense event, especially with the 10% risk that we currently have. If we look over here, we currently have an enhanced risk in effect for parts of Indiana, Kentucky, small portions of Illinois, and almost parts of Ohio. We also have a slight risk around that for Tennessee. This is totally driven by a tornado risk, which currently is at 10%. Not hatched, even though, to be honest with what we saw yesterday, it could have been hatched. But they decided that tornadoes aren't going to be very strong. As of course, this is with the tropical system. They shouldn't be strong. Well, except for what we saw yesterday. But we don't know if those are strong anyways, so we won't actually know if those are strong until they rate them. I mean, I'm actually going to check if they have rated some of them yet, and then we'll see if they're strong. Significant EF2+, but we'll see. I don't know. I really honestly can't tell you. But you can see 10% risk over here, 5% risk surrounding that, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Kentucky, and Tennessee, and then 2% that goes all the way up to Pennsylvania. So, in this, we are expecting some tornado potential. We also do have a wind risk with this. However, since the system has weakened substantially, it's less likely we'll get those thunderstorms with strong winds, or the rain band itself produce strong winds. We might get thunderstorms that will produce strong winds themselves. However, it's less likely to see anything out of the rain bands. We do also have a hail risk mostly for up here, so that isn't related with Beryl, which is the tropical storm or tropical depression now that is causing all this to happen. We also have a 5% risk tomorrow for tornadoes, a slight risk currently in effect for parts of New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts, Vermont, and New Hampshire, and the tornado risk goes in the same areas. Now, this is rare. We usually never see these types of tornado risks in the Northeast, but you can see sometimes tropical systems cause tornadoes, specifically in the Northeast. It's something with the conditions and the time that they take place, like we saw with Tropical Storm Ida, which later weakened into an extratropical storm Ida, where it caused an EF3 tornado in New Jersey, which just so happens to be the state where I live. Anyways, we have this. We also have a wind risk, and this is much higher. I think it's not due to the rain bands. It's rather due to the thunderstorms having more energy, so I think they're more likely to create winds. Hail usually doesn't exist with tropical cyclones. That's why we're not seeing any hail risk. That's about it for all the days with severe weather, so don't worry, I don't think we're going to get anything past that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. So currently, right now, we do have the severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. And why does this have a tornado possible tag? Well, it looked like this before, which you might be able to see. There we go. It kind of looked a little bit like a hook shape, which that means that it could produce a tornado sometimes. Of course, not all the time, but sometimes. And that's why there's a tornado possible tag on that. We are down to 2 tornado warnings. This one right here, you can see the hook on it near Hopkinsville, has been allowed to expire. There still is a little bit of rotation on it, but not that much. I'm unsure if that's rotation or if that's just side lobe. That could be side lobe. Side lobe is basically when... I mean, that could be a true rotation because the storm is... Oh, there we go! It is true rotation because they just put out a tornado warning for this system right near Rochester. This is part of Union Ridge, Ennis, Knightsburg, and all the way up there towards Landing. Okay, so I was about to explain side lobe, but this is not it. But basically, side lobe is when it's like fake rotation. Fake rotation. Rotation you can tell when there's red and greens right next to each other on the radar. However, this, when it's fake rotation, when it's side lobe, that is when the radar is scanning through hail, the radar's accidentally moving up too high into the atmosphere, and catching some of the winds in the higher atmosphere, which aren't translating down to the ground. If they are rotation in the higher atmosphere, then that wouldn't translate to the ground, so it's technically still fake. And then also, it's usually just due to the hail and the radar beams moving too far up into the air. We can tell when it's side lobe contamination, when it's like kind of blocky, the rotation you see here. But this isn't blocky. This is kind of easy to tell that it's rotation. So that's why they put a tornado warning on that. You can see there's very little severe thunderstorm warnings. And the reason for that is this is a tropical system. I mean, these are thunderstorms. However, you can't really produce hail in tropical systems. And this still is technically a tropical system. It's a tropical depression at the moment. I don't know if it still is. Let me actually check. Here, I'll be right back. Let me see if it is. It could be an extra tropical storm. Otherwise, I would have to change. Yeah, okay. So now I have to change my description. Be right back. Let me change my description. Tropical. Extra tropical. Storm. Beryl. Yeah, Beryl's extratropical now, so it's no longer a tropical system. Now it is something completely different. It is not even tropical anymore. It's an extratropical system. But still, it's really hard for these systems to produce hail, just because you would need dry air for hail to develop, and those cloud tops, there's too much moisture for hail, and it's too warm in a tropical system to cause actual hail. So that's what we're seeing here. I believe that's the reason. If I'm wrong, someone inform me, but let me just type here. Alright. I just wanted to do that. Because I did that last stream. Alright, so is this moving out of the warning? This kind of is. Yeah, this is moving out of the warning, so that's not really good that they made the warning like that, because now it's already moving out. You can see it's approaching towards Huntsville, Pleasant Hill. Why are there so many Pleasant Hills across the United States? We got 2 yesterday. 2 yesterday in Louisiana. And now this. I have no idea. I have no idea, but another Pleasant Hill in Kentucky this time is what we're seeing close to this rotation, as well as Huntsville, over there towards Morgantown. This is approaching I-165 near Mining City in Morgantown. So just be aware out there. They might extend that tornado warning. We'll have to see. This tornado warning is gone. Your Somerset is gone. And you can see that the rotation has definitely weakened on that. So that makes sense. Anyways, looking at this, I guess that's some rotation. It's kind of hard to tell. Here, let's see if we can get any cameras on any of these. Let me see if I can find one on I-165 near Morgantown. I don't know why this is not working. We also had a few tornadoes yesterday after I went live. Not as many, but... Oh, we had one. We had one this morning. So, we've already had a tornado today. Wow. Well, look at that. That was in Arkansas. 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Alright, let me see the damage reports for tornadoes. By the way, I'm not naming tornadoes anymore, because that's just idiotic. Alright, guys. We did have a strong tornado yesterday. A significant tornado, EF2. Near Jasper, Texas. Here, let me show this. Look at this. This is the Jasper tornado. EF2 damage. So we actually did have a significant tornado yesterday. I'm not sure if we're going to see more, but that's what it's been rated so far. We also had this one near Shreveport. I don't know when this was. Let me check. 6:20 p.m. I don't think we were covering that, no. I think that was just after we ended. But yeah, that was a brief tornado right near Shreveport. EF1. Those are the only ones that are rated so far, so we'll see soon. We also had a few tornadoes here in Nebraska a few days ago. And then a few here in Minnesota. And Wisconsin also had some. So some of them are rated, but we still have yet to see the true intensity of Beryl so far with the tornadoes. Alright, this is getting a little stronger, so just be aware in Pleasant Hill. This is starting to tighten up. Is it heading right towards Pleasant Hill? No, it's heading more towards Rochester, Provo, and Logansport. So let me see if I can get a camera near Logansport. Alright, this is not working. I don't know why. Let me fix that. Be right back. Why is this not working? Alright, I don't know if this is the correct website. Let me see if I can get the Tennessee one. Let me get cameras. Where's the cameras? Oh, all cams. Oh, that's so helpful. I don't know where anything is. Hybrid? No. Feature menu. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's see where this tornado warning is. I can't get a view on that one, unfortunately. The website isn't working. I'll look up. Alright, this is getting a little intense, so let's see if we got one near Adams. There we go. No, we don't really got a camera near Adams, so... Maybe across the border in Kentucky? Well, no, this website isn't working for some reason. I don't know why. Ugh. What is... Here. I still gotta keep up to date with these rotations, so... And it's got a little weaker, but it's still there near Rochester, so just make sure you're in your safe spot. I know you're not in the tornado warning, but this is moving outside of the tornado warning, so realize that it doesn't matter. You still have to be in your safe spot because, yeah, there could still be a tornado approaching you. Alright. Let me just look up cameras. Be right back. Cameras near Adams, Tennessee. Oh, yay, that's great. This camera doesn't work. So helpful. That's not Adams. That's in Nashville. No, that's in Colorado. Let me see if I can get one. Oh! Weird. They got rid of that tornado warning. Got rid of that tornado warning in Kentucky. Cancel. So that's good news. I guess the rotation has got... This is side lobe. See, it's kind of blocky. That's the way you can tell. Also, it is a little blocky, I think. And plus, it doesn't match up with the reflectivity. It needs to match up with this, where these colors are. It doesn't. This one is very close to Louisville, so this is interesting. Is that in Indiana? It's in both Indiana and Kentucky. Oh, wait, is it? Yeah, it's in both Indiana and Kentucky. Still has a hook to it, and it still has tornado possible tag, but not much rotation. Oh, wait, no, they continued this, so never mind. And I think that is side lobe, though, because it doesn't match up. Maybe, no, they're watching this. That's what they're watching. Let me see if I can get a camera on that. Is this working yet? No. That's great. Kentucky traffic cams. Oh, this is ArcGIS 2. It's the same thing that operates damage assessment. There you go. No cameras, unfortunately. Well, they're kind of close here. Traffic cameras near Morgantown, Kentucky. This is just showing the same thing, so let me get rid of that other website. This is kind of near where that other potentially interesting storm is. Mount Vernon. Oh, I know, that's all the way over there. If we have one in Croydon, that would be good. Thank you for the likes. 2 likes. pretty sure that's just for my parents, but... Yeah, there's some rotation on that. This, I have no idea. I think they're gonna let this expire, because I don't see anything with that. Is that Interstate 69, or... No. It's the Western Kentucky Parkway, I think. 2 tornado warnings. 4 severe thunderstorm warnings. I don't know where the other 3 are. There's 1 in Maine. There's a few here in Canada. But yeah, one thing I do have to inform you guys, I will be unavailable from like 5 to 6:30. So I'll have to stop filming then and take a little break, I guess. Cause I don't know, I have this appointment I have to go to, so just realize I won't be able to cover the severe weather threat then. Hoping nothing happens then, but of course if everything breaks loose then, well, I'm sorry. Tomorrow I'll be fully available, though. Do we have any other tornado ratings? Just checking. Let me refresh this. No. Just these 2. Oh, and they finished this. They finished the Jasper one. Winds of 115 miles per hour with 400 yards. 8 miles long. 8.6 miles. That was not at 7 a.m., I don't think. I think that was at noon. So, I don't know what that is. Alright, so they did let this tornado warning near Guthrie and Adams expire. Now we just have this one near Beaver Dam in Morgantown. And this sort of tightening up? I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. Still have this thing. Still no rotation on it, so that's good news. You might be able to see the storm there. It's just laggy. It would be over here. Yeah, if this is looking west, it would be over here somewhere where you can see a cloud. But I don't know if that means much. I think this camera will be useful eventually. So I'm gonna keep it on that. This is heading right towards Palmyra. And then it'll be like on the northern side of that camera, which is to the right. Still have this tornado warning in effect near Rochester, and that is about to reach the intersection between Interstate 165 and the Western Kentucky Parkway. And that is heading towards just west of Louisville, but that will be in like a few hours, so. Here's this tornado warning going all the way up here. I think they extended it a little. Maybe not. Goes all the way up to Bloomington, Indiana, and Greensburg. Indianapolis is also in the 5%, so they have to be a little weather aware, but not as much as the people down here. Be right back. Back. Bunch of these special weather statements all along the southern area, southern United States. Don't know what those are from. Yeah, this radar indicated tornado warning, which remains. Still waiting for the activity to spark up. Hopefully it doesn't. I mean, that's what we're hoping for. Just don't know if that's gonna happen. Let's look at the models. Let's look at the models here. Let me go to the models. Next lab. Alright, so let's look at these models together. Let's look in this area. Midwest. So you can see this is the remnants of Beryl. Let me move to 18Z. This is the remnants of Beryl moving into Kentucky, and you can see a bunch of storms fire up right around now. I mean, this is really when everything's gonna kick up. You can see that there is quite a bit of storm activity in Kentucky and Tennessee, and that moves they sort of move into a cluster, but they're still supercellular all the way into around 7 p.m. Then they move into a line, and you can see these still could produce tornadoes, but more QLCS spin-ups. And that's more of a linear type setup, which is kind of strange to see with the tropical cyclone, but this is kind of latching on to its own boundary, and that's why you can see some of those different conditions. You can see they're good conditions right here, especially in southern Kentucky. I mean, that continues into southern Indiana as well. Right here, these storms right here, I think have the greatest potential. Near Bowling Green, I feel like those have the greatest potential. But you also see those storms near Indiana and Cincinnati. They also have some potential. Not seeing much near Indianapolis. Maybe a few storms, but mostly we're watching Kentucky, southern Indiana, and western Ohio about. Let me see the environment. I mean, this is kind of capped, though. Cap is when basically there's cold air that sinks in between two pockets of warm air, and that inhibits storm development. So, but yeah, we're mostly seeing the main stuff in southern Kentucky. This is uncapped now, so really we should be seeing the most activity now. Hope this doesn't become much more active. Yeah, really, it would be now. Around now. Where we see the most tornado activity. I mean, look at all the supercells. They're developing now. And likely to continue until around 6 p.m. So I might be able to cover most of this, but we'll see. And then tomorrow's risk. Let's look at this. Tomorrow's risk. Let's see some storms moving through. A few supercells trying to get their act together around 14Z. That's about like 10 a.m. And then you can see the Cape. It's good. Let's see supercell. It's good in northern Pennsylvania. And it's also good up here. Significant tornado parameter. Also good in New York. Yeah, New York. So let's see if any storms are feeding off of that. Sort of. They're sort of close. Let's see. There's one that gets up in northern Pennsylvania, though. That has a lot of energy to look at it. That has a lot of energy. Let's see. The SRH, that's good. That is sort of good. Vertically integrated. Yeah, that storm is really getting itself together. Let me see. Vertical velocity. Vorticity. That has vorticity too. Dew points. Those are in the 70s. Dew points are definitely good. So, we're probably going to see that system in northern Pennsylvania kick off. That continues for quite a while. That goes all the way near Albany. Let me see. Yeah, that still has good conditions. All the way up to Albany. So, Albany might be in a threat. This is upstate New York into northern Pennsylvania. I think that's where we're going to see the most activity. It's not just that one cell, though. I mean, it's almost looking better than today. Honestly, like, look, all of these near Buffalo. And do they have good conditions? Yeah, they sort of do. I mean, it's a little capped. But they have good supercell composite and significant tornado parameter. Yeah. I don't know. Tomorrow looks actually more interesting than today. So that is surprising. But we're still watching today because we have a 10% in effect, and tomorrow's only a 5% still, so. Alright, that's a quick summary of what we saw. Still only one tornado warning active. Just one. It's this storm, which really is dying out in terms of rotation, so it might be down to no tornado warning soon. Still gonna remain live, though, just in case if we see more activity. Because look at all these supercells that we have. Look at all these potential tornado producers that we have. All these little tiny storms, they're the most likely to produce tornadoes. One right near Nashville, that is concerning, but it's not producing any rotation, so it's not really concerning. I'm sorry for using that word. It's not concerning, it's just interesting. Interesting. Yeah, no cameras near this, so I'm just gonna have to look at radar. Which is fine. Is this the rotation now? Near Logansport? Well, I think that's a new area of rotation. It's not that much, but... Yeah, that's a little bit of rotation there. Just near Logansport. I wish we had a camera on that. I don't know what that signal is. That's definitely not on the ground. It's just... If it was on the ground, it would be blue. And I know that's blue, but it's just kind of... I guess it's kind of blocky as well. I don't know. I don't think that's anything. Let's see that newest scan. Well, this is already weakening anyway, so... I have no idea what that is. I don't think it's on the ground. If it was, that would be like the second tornado of today, but I don't think it is. Let's see if we got any new updates here. The damage assessment toolkit. Well, we just got more damage points from this storm. This Jasper tornado. Which apparently was at 7 a.m. Maybe it was. I can't remember, because I wasn't alive then. That's all I'm saying. Let's see if that Indiana cam is still active. Yeah. We still have it here. You can see there is a storm bubbling in the distance. Oh, wait, no, this is old. I don't know, I'm not as confident in today as tomorrow. Which is kind of weird, because this is a more tornado-conducive area than the Northeast. We can still see something today, though, but that is good news if we potentially will have less activity today. But we'll see. Let's see this camera. Yeah, storm is moving in. There is some rain. Doesn't look like anything insane, though. But definitely a storm moving in. That's this storm over here that has a tornado possible tag here near Croydon. I believe that is. No, maybe it's this storm. See the small storm over here. That might be something trying to develop, but it's really hard. It's having much difficulty. Ton of difficulty. Still is near Indianapolis, though, just not quite in the tornado watch. still have this area of rotation here. Whatever that was gone. It's now gone. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was nothing. Still can see some rotation right over Logansport. Not that much on the high res. Storm relative velocity. Alright, this has been extended. Now includes, well, it already included Leavenworth and Wyandotte. This now includes Pilot Knob, Kirby, Hogtown, Milltown, DePaul, Frenchtown. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing DePaul wrong. Little St. Louis, or Louis, and Fairdale and Ramsey. New tornado warning. New tornado warning. I don't have that siren thing with me. I don't think that's necessary. New tornado warning. I don't know, this is something. Sturgis, Kentucky. Right in Kentucky. Caseyville, Deckerville, Mulfordtown, Finneyville, Big River State Forest, Hazel, Sturgis, Grangertown, Curlew, Henshaw Grove Center, Harding, almost into Hamner. You can see a bit of a hook with this storm. Some inflow moving in here, where you can see that not those lower colors right in the middle of the storm. And then the output over here, which would be where the tornado would form. You can see some rotation starting to develop near Weston. So Weston being your safe spot. They're in Sturgis as well. That is a developing mesocyclone. Developing mesocyclone. This is still rotating. Not that much, but it still is. I have no idea what that is. Is that... Is this an old scan? Because I feel like that's... I have no idea what that is. Let me see. I can't confirm that. I can't confirm that because it's very, very strange. I can't confirm that. Can't. So, we're just going to be watching that and see if anything happens to it, but I can't say that's anything for certain. This is tightening up. Let's see. Right here. Tighter colors. It's right on the Indiana, Kentucky... No, wait, no, this is Illinois, Kentucky border. Make sure to like this video if you can. Share it. I'm not going to say that too much. I just need to say it just so, people are aware. This helps. That helps reach out to people in need. I'm not the type of person that's going to be saying, oh, like this video or else, or something like that. But just do it because, if you can. Because it really does help out the channel, and it also helps reach out to more people that are in the path of this severe weather. Is that? I need to wait one more scan, because that's not perfectly lined up. Huh. Let me see this one. Whatever that was, it's gone, so I'm glad it didn't say it was anything. Wait, what? Did that ever exist? Oh, it's this thing up here. Yeah, that's gone. Wait. What? I have no idea what just happened there, but I'm glad I didn't call anything, because I don't think that was anything. Jeez, this is tight. Let me see. I want to wait one more scan. Let's look if we have anything in Indiana. There. No. In Illinois. Do we have any cameras? Jeez, there's no cameras in this area. I have no idea what that was. So that encompasses part of Illinois. But most notably, oh, jeez. Is that something? I don't think so. It's not matching up. So let's just say it isn't. I'm sorry, I'm not confident enough, everyone. But it's better to not jump to conclusions, because otherwise that will scare people. I don't want to scare people. Alright. Is that matched up? No. So I don't think that's anything. Which is good. But I don't know. If it becomes more obvious, then I guess they'll issue an observe tag on that. But I just don't know. Still nothing on this storm. If we want a view on it, go over to here near Croydon. Oh, there's a snowplow camera. That's nice. Oh, there's the storm. There's your storm. There's the base. Right here. These are just pictures, but that's the storm that we're looking at. So an interesting storm. I don't think it's going to produce a tornado or anything like that, but still notable. Still have that hook on this storm. Over here near Caseyville, we still have a tight rotation. And I have no idea what this is still. Probably isn't a CC drop. Probably isn't. Let's see. Is the Kentucky cameras working now? Yeah, here, let me see this. There's some close, but not quite here. Here. Sturgis, Kentucky cameras. Nothing here. Let's see if there's any Indiana cams nearby. 'Cause Indiana is right there. Near Evansville. Do we have anything? Right here. Maybe. I can see a storm there. This is looking south. That would be southeast? Yeah, southeast. So the storm would be over here. Right here. Can't tell, though. Let's see if we do have anything else. Something here. Stream not available, it seems. Let's see. Man, it's not available. Not much has happened yet. I'm back. Not much has happened yet. Which is good news. It's 2 tornado warnings right now. Which is still something. Don't get me wrong. But definitely not as much as we were expecting. Still the storm near Sturgis. So I'm still watching that. Still gotta keep an eye out. Can be here for only an hour more. Or less. So we'll see what happens. Sorry. Here's the line that's developing. You can see that was what was depicted on the H-R model. You can see that line near Mayfield, Paducah, Vienna, Marion, Harrisburg, and all the way down here into Clarksburg, Tennessee. It's very confusing. Clarksville, Clarksburg. It's slightly different. Still got a hook on this storm, which sometimes showcases tornado potential, and we do have a signature here. It's not very strong, but there. And no, not on the ground. It's still notable. I don't know if that's strengthening. I don't know what's happening. So hard to tell. So hard to tell. I don't know if that's anything. I don't think it is. But I really hope it isn't. That's all we can do. All we can do is hope. Yeah, it looks like they extended this 10% or something. So it does look a little different. Sturgis is just barely in the 10%. So this storm is just barely in the 10%. Let me look at this. Yeah, it's still there. So, I don't know, we'll see. This looks intense. Whatever it is. Don't think that's anything. I really don't think it is. Definitely since it's getting weaker. So, probably nothing. Hello, Jay. Welcome. We've been streaming for an hour now. So that's how long. Still some tight rotation here. Don't think that's anything on the CC. But still got a hook. Got some rotation. On this storm too, you can see some rotation, but it's definitely getting weaker as it approaches towards Dog Walk. I'm sorry about that. Ah, my bad. And I'm back. I'm back, everyone. So, I do have a bit of a tightening with the storm now near Morganfield. Let's see if we can get any cameras near Morganfield. Jeez. No traffic cameras in the area. So that's annoying. Let's see if we have any in Indiana. We have one here, but that's not available. So we would see a storm over here, but I'm not seeing anything. Still got that radar there. I still don't know what that is. But it's connected to the weird signals that we're getting, so I don't think it's anything. It's extremely hard to tell. Oh my gosh, wait, this is on the ground! What the? Who reported this? Weather spotters confirmed tornado. Alright, this is on the ground. This is on the ground. Let me just check the Cyclone board network to see if we have any chasers nearby. We don't. Alright. Never mind. Whatever that was a debris ball. Okay. This is a debris ball. Right here. That's a tornado on the ground. My bad. My bad. It's not funny. It's not funny. Particularly dangerous situation right now. Let me change my title. Sorry you guys have to see this. Just... So this is on the ground. That escalated quickly. Yeah, that's a debris ball, I think. Right here. Oh, jeez. You can see those grays. It's not good. I don't think that's good, because grays usually means it's very strong. I really hope that everybody's okay in Grove Center, because that passed right over there. Yeah, this might have had a debris ball for a while. I was just unsure. That might have been a debris ball all along. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it isn't. Maybe we still don't know if it's on the ground on radar. We just know because it's confirmed by weather spotters. Alright, let's see if we can get any cameras here. Let me... Sorry, I was just looking up cameras. They are none. Fortunately, none. Unfortunately, I said. This does look like it's broadening out a little bit, but still, we have that debris ball or whatever it is. I still see it. It's this thing. I'm pretty sure. This is a PDS tornado warning. Let's just look at this one in the meantime. But, I mean, that's a dangerous situation. If you're in Morganfield, please be running to shelter. Your shelter, the most interior room inside your house, the most interior room inside your house on the lowest floor of your house. Or it doesn't have to be your house. It could also be any sort of structure that holds a tornado shelter or weather shelter. Or severe weather shelter underground. It has to be underground. If it's not, then it has to be on the lowest floor of the building that you are in. You also have to make sure that there are as many walls. There are as many walls separating you from the outside world as possible. If you were to walk through walls, and you enter outside, if you walk through one of the walls, that means you are not in a safe location and have to move to another place where all of the walls you walk through, you enter into another room. That is your tornado shelter, and this is the tornado reported. Sturgis, warned tornado confirmed on the ground, 4:32 p.m. That is the second tornado of today. We still have a tornado on the ground with this system, and I do not like the picture of this. This is from Morganfield. Morganfield, you need to be in your shelter. This is a strong tornado. At least I think it is. No, I'm pretty sure it is. I don't know if that's a debris ball. But this is still tight rotation. Look at that. Tight rotation. Reds and greens, not even greens, whites. Reds and whites right next to each other. That means it's very strong rotation. Very strong rotation we're seeing. Here, reds and greens. Reds and greens over here. Powerful tornado near Morganfield. This is the first powerful tornado of the day. PDS tornado warning. PDS tornado warning. This is going to head into Indiana, the far southwestern tip of Indiana, very soon. It's going into Mount Vernon. We did have some cameras near Mount Vernon. Let me get those. Mount Vernon, Indiana webcams. I'm just looking. That's the latest view. 3:30 p.m. So, I don't know if that's Central Time or not. It could be. I think it's in Central Time, Mount Vernon. So this is the view. Very ominous. But not seeing too much. It's just heading right towards... Oh, jeez. Jeez, this is intense. I still can't tell if that's a debris ball. It's so hard. But that's intense, whatever it is. That's intense rotation. Okay, good. Now it's only radar indicated. So even if it is intense rotation, it's not a particularly dangerous situation anymore. Probably because it's moved out of populated areas. Or it is still less intense than it was. It does look a little less intense. And we don't know if it's on the ground anymore. So that is good news. We still can't tell. It's really hard to tell if there's a CC drop or not. So it looks like we're okay. But still, that was a particularly dangerous situation at one point. Still got a pretty interesting velocity signature near Morganfield. It's about to enter into Indiana. Alright, so now this is a PDS radar indicated tornado warning. We've seen a lot of these actually over the past few days. Basically what that means is we're not sure if it's on the ground actually, but since the rotation on radar is strong enough, that means that even if it isn't on the ground, it's still about to produce a tornado. So it is a dangerous situation, especially since it's heading towards populated areas, and this is heading right towards Mount Vernon. Right towards Mount Vernon, Indiana. That is not good. That's why it's a PDS tornado warning, because it is heading towards a populated area, and it is strong rotation. That is not good. Mount Vernon, Indiana, be in your safe spots. Be in your safe spots if you're in Mount Vernon, Indiana. Please. So eventually, we'll head towards Poseyville and Cynthiana, where I think we do have a camera nearby. So that is some good news, because at least we'll have a view on the storm eventually. Unfortunately, not right now. Well, we actually do. Right here. Let me refresh this. Still can't see much. Ah, jeez. Still can't really tell much in this camera. Just unfortunate. Welcome everybody to the stream. We're currently watching a PBS tornado warning in Indiana and Kentucky. You know what, let me change my title. Let's see if we have any cameras. Alright, we have this camera. But the stream is not available. So helpful. So helpful. Alright, let's see if we can see the storm from Evansville. It would be right here, the storm. So we're watching. We are watching like a hawk. Alright, this is getting stronger. This is getting stronger. That looks like a CC drop. It kinda does. So I'm pretty sure this is on the ground. It's still radar indicated. It almost looks like a CC drop. Almost. I'm not so sure. This is a PES tornado warning. Things are kicking up here. I have to go in 30 minutes, though, so hopefully this dies before then. But I have to go in 30 minutes. This is in the tornado watch. Just barely in the 10%. Geez, that really does look like a CC drop. I have no idea. This is so hard to tell. Just really annoying. Still radar indicated PDS tornado warning. So, still be in your safe spots in Mount Vernon. Still is active. I think this is new tornado warning for this storm. But it's kind of weakened, so that's good news. Still strong. It looks powerful. Where is it passing over? Is it hitting houses? I mean, yeah, it's hitting a few houses, which is horrible. That's horrible. This is right near Uniontown. If you live in Uniontown, Kentucky, please be in your safe spot. You have a tornado coming right towards you from this tropical system, which is still rare to see, but it doesn't matter how rare it is. Go to your shelter now in Uniontown, Kentucky. So it's currently passing over Route 666 and Route 360. The junction between them. Believe that's state routes. So Kentucky State Route 666 and Kentucky State Route 360. Alright, next scan looks a little weaker, which is good, but we still have some rotation here. Still some rotation, so we still gotta watch it. Does look a little less concerning, though. Which is good news. But still, it's right by Uniontown. Uniontown, you have to be in your safe spot. That's a horrible circle. I'm so sorry. This is Uniontown. Have to be in your safe spot. Still some stronger rotation. I don't know if it's strong, but it's stronger, if you know what I mean. Still heading right towards Mount Vernon. I really hope they're going to be okay there in Mount Vernon. That is concerning. I mean, not too concerning. Well, it kind of is, but like, I'm trying to do it in a way so it doesn't freak you out. I mean, you shouldn't be freaked out by the storm. Just go to your safe spot and you'll be fine. Really, there's a 100% survival rate if you go underground, and a high survival rate if you go into an interior room, a very closed off room from outside society, from the outside. If it's deep inside your house, then you'll be safe. Or not even in your house, deep inside a building, a sturdy structure. Still is not working for some reason. I don't know why. Let me see if there's another camera. This might work better. I mean, there's a storm there. Don't know what storm. Alright, still some strong rotation here. In Miss Uniontown, which is good news. Still right here, approaching towards Hovey Lake. Hovey Lake. It's about to approach State Route 69. Indiana State Route 69. I really gotta go soon. 20 minutes. Just have 20 minutes left. But I'll cover as much of this tornado as I can. I don't know why they're keeping this warning. It's so small right now. It's literally just got a small area that's a... I guess that's for Uniontown, so... Still, there's already a warning for that, so... Could just take it off, but... They're keeping it for now. Uniontown is under 2 warnings, technically, but... They're both the same storm. Looks like we got a new tornado warning. Let me see that. Yeah, there's another storm over here. Near Leachfield. There's some rotation on it. Let me see. It's kind of hard to tell, really. It would be back here. I guess there's some rotation there. Maybe here. It's really not that concerning, so... Really not that interesting. But this still is. Oh, jeez. Oh, that is some strong rotation right near Hovey Lake. And is this heading right towards Mount Vernon? I think it is. It's heading right for downtown Mount Vernon. Please. Please don't hit this town. This is very intense rotation. I don't know why this isn't working. Okay, there's a new view. Yeah, there's some storm clouds starting to come into Mount Vernon. Really hope that this doesn't intensify onto approach to Mount Vernon. But yeah, some storm clouds approaching. Mount Vernon right in here. Let's see if this is on the ground. That is totally a CC drop. I don't know why this isn't observed. I mean, it's still a PDS, but I don't know why it isn't observed. That is definitely a CC drop. You see how it's disconnected to the rest of this? That means you can easily tell that it's a tornado. Those dark blues that are disconnected from everything else. Please, go to your safe spot if you live in Mount Vernon, Indiana. We have another tornado warning. This is just northeast of Evansville. Let's see the storm. That's that storm we were just looking at. Here, let me get the cameras. That's that storm that was just causing this rainfall. If it loads. Don't know why this isn't loading. That is probably the base of the storm, right there. Is it? Might be. I don't know. That could be the base of the storm. You're seeing it right here. You're seeing that there is some sort of base there. So I'm watching it.
You just have the chrome on your box.
5 minutes, everyone. 5 minutes. I'm just gonna let this hit Mount Vernon. I hope it doesn't hit Mount Vernon. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just gonna see if this hits Mount Vernon, and then I have to go. This is very unfortunate. Still don't think this is radar indicated. It still looks like it's... Okay, now it's a little harder to tell. So maybe it's no longer on the ground, or it's just difficult to tell. Yes, okay, this is definitely weakening, which is great news. That's great news. Hopefully this doesn't hit Mount Vernon as a strong storm. That is great news. This is just entering into Indiana now, might cross back into Kentucky, and then head into Indiana again. And it also looks like it's not heading directly from Mount Vernon, just the eastern side. Or maybe it is. I don't know. That is great news. This is weakening. For sure. But we still have this storm near Evansville. I still can't find the rotation on this. But we do have this hook on it. So that's probably what they're wanting it for. And we still have this storm over here near Leachfield. They did let that tornado warning expire. I don't think that's rotation, but this little thing here is. That little thing there. It's very small, but that is probably rotation. Yeah, but this is much weaker. It crossed over Hovey Lake, and it got much weaker. Doesn't have anything to do with the water. Probably doesn't. I don't know how I lost view. Ugh, whatever. Not priority right now. Jeez. Just looking at that. Alright, this is weakening. That is great news. You can see still a little bit of rotation, but it's barely there. Did they downgrade this? No, now it's observed. I guess they saw that CC drop. Still a PDS tornado warning. I'm gonna go after this passes Mount Vernon. Maybe a little earlier. If this rotation continues to weaken.